You still see it in the grand finals. Moving in towards the land up top here, back towards the caster's desk. And we will be moving in for game number 5.
And a lot of things ride on Few and Lusty's back. They have to set them kills for Carl and just let Carl do the work when he gets the items.
Let's look at the lane priority here because, again, the lane assignment, as we see Grok up into towards the top line going up against that far side, and we can see Lusty already trying to disrupt that purple buff as much as it can, but again, Retribution still too powerful of a spell.
And he did try. If he would have picked that up, that would hurt Burmese Ghouls a lot, but it was still a flicker spent for Bren Esports.
Yep, and that's something Burmese Ghouls will definitely remember. They'll say, okay, we know that at least for 2 minutes from now, Lusty doesn't have a flicker. So yeah, when this first turtle comes up online, then that's one less catch.
You're looking nervous there, Leo. What's going on, man?
I'm just wondering what this Grok is going to be like. Again, seeing that it's on Ruby DD. It's the high and dry. It's the one that deals a lot of damage. It's the one that wins duels. And I love how high risk lineups like this are able to just swing the metagame, and this is what Burmese Ghouls needed. This is the kind of lineup that just makes Bren Esports think like, okay, I haven't seen this much in scrims, it hasn't performed much in professional scenes, and this is the kind of specific answer you need to be able to get these series wins. And OD using the battle mirror image against Flapteezy down in the side lane here, the EXP lane, and grabbing him. Hold up, interesting use. Interesting decision to put the Claude in the XP lane.
Yep, they want the Claw to get the level 4 first. I think that's also kind of interesting as well, considering what the matchup is going to be like here. But notice the way that they're rotating, putting a little less priority over the mid lane once you have Lunox starting to get, once Lunox does hit that level 4. So, again, it's going to be a different set of lanes here for the Burmese Ghouls to kind of adapt and try to be efficient with their power level spikes.
Bren Esports, they have been beaten by Burmese Ghouls with this Lancelot pick. Flapteezy trying to go for maybe. Does maybe have the flicker? Yes, he does.
Puissance here by Flapteezy, not going to be putting a beat on anyone. Nice flicker in. That's going to be 2 knocked up. And Flapteezy pulls the double. That's first blood. Make it a triple. They trade out Flapteezy and Few. But is it going to be worth it? Because Flapteezy's still alive. Phantom Execution keeps him alive. And there's a triple for the Prodigy. The turtle still stands. It's only D here up in his own lane. Man, I think Burmese Ghouls made the right call in saying, okay, you farm up, man, because they
people on it just to get it. I mean, Bren Esports, in terms of turrets, they're equal. Bren Esports is not getting a lot of objectives. It's just that they have more control over the turtles.
Yeah, and they have more turtles, and right now, Lusty gonna get blasted out, and I think that's counting ults. That's none on Burmese Ghouls. So yeah, definitely uptime on Bren Esports now. It's on their side, and the third turtle, 100% take rate. Butters, this is what you were talking about, right? Same turret count, but when it comes to turtles, Flapteezy just always online. I guess this is what you get when you're trying to farm up on so many different heroes.
But Burmese Ghouls, they do have time on their side. That's one of the things that they have, scaling.
That's true. I mean, how long can you do this for? Because eventually it's going to be the end game mechanic that Bren is looking for, and that is... Wait, hold on. Something's going on towards the top side. Ooh, D actually surviving with literally 1% of life left. It looks like Bren still putting more gasoline on this fire.
But look at this, onto the middle lane. There is a fight happening.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be popping up even up top, so I guess we'll pick one of them. That's gonna be off of Kid, and up top it's Flapteezy. Maybe he wants to go ahead and flicker out, hide into the bush. That's going to be the Thorn Rose saving
Look at Lusty.
Flapteezy a little bit. Oh, Lusty's waiting. Lusty's waiting.
Gonna do it again.
Oh, underneath, that's gonna be the Thorn Rose one more time. Maybe gets it. Imperial Justice pins down Ruby DD, but he's A-okay. Charging up the clothesline from hell to clear out this way, but there's 4 members. Way of the Dragon by Lusty, and that's gonna be 1 taken out alongside the turret.
Oh my goodness. Literally one of the more beautiful dives I've ever seen coming out of Bren Esports. The perfect juggle of aggro, the turret aggro coming in from Flapteezy, and as well as Few. Hats off to them. That was so clean.
And you can see here Few just staying there near that orange buff. They're baiting it so that they see Ace. And look at this.
Oh, the orange buff invade has turned into a full-on fight. Feathered airstrike here by Rebo, and now Ace wants to find some prey. Kid getting blasted down. Few gets him, but they trade out. Maybe gets the kill, 1-for-1 currently. Nice ejector to save D, and Ruby DD wants to go clear the waves. Flapteasy maintaining the pressure. That's gonna be the disengage. Hold up! No, D wants more. Flapteasy rolling out.
Okay, Turtle is definitely positioned onto the side of Burmese Ghouls. They have the key points into the map, and Card doesn't care! He just goes in, look at this!
Way of the dragon and the feathered airstrike. Oh, that's 2 down. Automatic for the doctor. He's looking for another patient. Wings by wings up. Lusty gonna be knocking up Kid. Where is you going, son? It's going to be a chase, and I think he's gonna survive. He's just waiting on the Order of Brilliance. They're gonna let go. That's the last turtle of the game. Ruby DD still alive. Keeping him up is the Ancient Blessing. So far, so good. Burmese Ghouls good at keeping damage control in check, and now at 9, Ace can just come out and pick him up from here.
Look at Few here just picking up those 3 armors, and look at this. They're just casually getting it just because a lot of the items here from the side of Burmese Ghouls are physical damage, and look at this. Ace going in, he gets the kill. Carl will be the first pickup, and Bren Esports, they might bow out of their first fight, but Flap still regening.
I was gonna say that might have been the first plot twist, but Flap surviving. Gideon.
Yeah, Flap surviving, rather interesting. It does show that he has a lot of tankiness built into his kit, which is definitely something notable. However, the Burmese Ghouls, they actually won the fight, which is rather surprising. They managed to catch out Carl Teasy and shutting him down for some huge, huge gold. But at the end of the day, it's all about that scaling. Burmese Ghouls, if this is the best that they can muster, they're going to have to make it work.
Yeah, at some point, those casual armors are going to be expiring, and now Rebo gets picked off from the back line. Flapteasy running for his life. He's going to roll out, and that's going to be an ejector onto Few, plus the Imperial Justice keeping him alive, and now D taking his best here, doing his best to deal damage and back out. So far, so good. Another pick off by Burmese Ghouls.
Oh my goodness.
While Mount Shocker keeping them in place. Can Ruby DD come in with a wild charge? It is off of cooldown. They go for the conversion. Wow, Burmese Ghouls back in here, closing the gap now just under 2,000.
Bren Esports need to be very careful on those brushes. Bren Esports rather. Burmese Ghouls are masters of that ambush strategy that they're doing.
Oh, Flapteasy rolls into 4, but here comes the backup. The cavalry has arrived. Ace knocked out by Few. That's a pickoff. That's for free. I think they're just jockeying for position. Lord down bottom. They want to take as much as they can. Ruby down as well down bottom. It's going to be D. Oh, wow, making quick use. You could have held your breath there.
Yep, and that's the thing. Their main team fight capability is coming from D. He is making sure that he's literally the strongest person on his team, and even Yi Shin is mainly acting as utility for a large majority. He's got to outplay this. Battle Mirror Image, he gets hit by one. The third hit, G Kundo. The Brilliance comes out. Lusty is going to get chunked down, but the Blazing Duet is way too early. Flapteasy is going to get right on top of it with the help of Few. It's going good, but maybe now all by himself. Where is Ace? Ace needs to get here to get his damage down. He gets onto Flapteasy. He secures the kill. It's a 2-for-3 trade-off, but at the end of the day, the Burmese Ghouls, no worries. Nothing that Bren can do to converse, because Carl Teasy was the one who went down.
But now things are looking great for the side of Burmese Ghouls. Their Claude has items.
Yeah, all the more this becomes interesting. Ace here now picks up his endless battle. We're seeing a very, very small gold gap. Barely 1,000, right? As the minute goes by, let's check out the items here.
Okay, so that is going to be a Blade of Despair and an endless battle for Ace. D has the Wind of Nature, the Queen's Wings, the Demon Hunter Sword, and the Golden Staff.
Wow. 1 and 3. Who would have thought he's already got 9K under his belt?
He does have an Avarice, and he got a lot of lanes on his side.
Oh, another fight occurs though, and that's Ruby DD getting caught out. Way of the Dragon onto the Grok, but it doesn't last as long given he was next to a wall. All right. So far, Burmese Ghouls are getting better at this. Oh, nice ejector onto Few. Few gonna be dashing out, and in comes the Blazing Duet into the back line. Few goes down, Kid gets the kill, and now Flapteasy looking low. He's not gonna be saved by the Turtles Poissons. That's gonna be 2 for free. Going to the Burmese Ghouls. Rebo pushing them back. This right here is all that Bren Esports can do. Slowly but surely, we're entering the end game, and Burmese Ghouls once more, we mentioned earlier, they have the late game in the bag.
Bren,
To have the late game on the bag. But Bren Esports, can they hold on? Now, the pressure goes back to their side.
Yeah, I mean, Bren messed up there. They wasted 5 ultimates just to get a Grok, and they didn't even successfully do it. Burmese Ghouls pull the trigger, and that's what they want to do. Waste the ultimates from Bren and get a free fight as they do it again once more. They're trying to bait Bren into something they don't want to take.
Ooh, Carl Teasy gonna use a Cyclone Eye here. Oh no, Ace confirms the Lord take. Nice combo here. Oh, the shutdown immediately on the Carl Teasy. That's 2 for Burmese Ghouls. That's none for Bren Esports. Do mind you, the Lord has already been taken here. And just like that, Bren Esports came into the fight fresh, but they lost nonetheless. Burmese Ghouls showing us superior positioning and target prioritization.
And this is where Carl Teasy really just wants to get a kill on D. But D has the wind of nature. Now, Feathered Airstrike is going to play a huge role into this defense.
Well, he's going to push on forward, and inevitably it's going to be okay. But right, they got a big shutdown onto Kid, which is great. But Kid isn't the main target here. Yes,
yeah.
It is a constant source of damage and forcing a lot of itemizations from Bren to go into Magic Resist. But at the end of the day, if they don't take out D, it's going to be a problem. And not to mention, Ace is starting to catch up in that target prioritization and becoming a huge problem. Few tries to go for the Imperial Justice. It's not looking good to here for the rest of the team. It's going into the back line. They're trying to make it work out, but Ace, he's on the run. Yishin Chin is probably going to go down, but Few, he doesn't actually get him. He's able to dash out of the way to Traceless and is able to come up in time. And D is absolutely gigantic, taking out 2 members single-handedly. And you can see that Carl Teasy does not want to be a part of that.
And this is Bren Esports. They're playing as individuals right now. Burmese Ghouls. This is the superior team fight, superior macro play that we expected from them since game number 1.
So far, so good here. Bren Esports, until that Lord take, it's been their game. But right now, Burmese Ghouls, they put Bren Esports into a position where if you get frustrated, you're going to lose.
And I think that's what Bren is. They are frustrated,
You can see it. You saw how much Few went for the chase, and there was no chance. It was 4 members of Burmese Ghouls there hiding in the bush, even if there were only 3 and the rest were putting down pressure elsewhere. Oh, Bren Esports, they really dropped the ball on this one. Currently down 4 turrets, down a Lord, behind about 7,000 gold.
I mean, honestly, one bad team fight for the side of Burmese Ghouls could easily turn Bren back on top and just, really even things out. But the people who need to keep their heads cool right now is Lusty and Carl Teasy. These are the playmakers, the damage dealer and the playmaker. Rebo, he's been playing a very consistent game so far, but the problem is whenever they initiate the fight, they're out of his range of damage. They don't want him to force the wings by wings to get closer, because that puts him in a huge compromisable position.
Yeah, and now Burmese Ghouls, they are controlling the buffs here for the side of Bren Esports, and this is what Bren Esports did for the couple of games that they won here in the series. Burmese Ghouls, slowly but surely, just walking up to their base. They're not forcing anything. They're waiting for Bren Esports to be a bit impatient.
Somebody's gonna have to make a mistake here. It's either Bren or the Burmese Ghouls. And Bren definitely, after making a couple of those, they've realized, all right, we've made too many. We've kind of lost the lead. We've kind of, put too much slack on this leash. And Burmese Ghouls, they are just waiting for this Lord. In the next 50 seconds or so, if somebody is gonna get caught, it's not gonna matter too much unless it starts happening right now at the 40-second mark, where the death timers, you won't be able to reach the Lord in time after respawn.
Yeah, no kill here is free. No kill is free. All right, Few here picks up the glowing wand. Now they can confirm more kills. There's a silent war between tanks.
Agreed, but again, you don't want to be the first one who dies. Few, he walks up because he knows, okay, at the end of the day, I can kind of get out. I have mechanics to do that, and it covers a lot of distance. But you can see that Lusty, he is hesitant. He's walking up and he's like, no, I don't want to be the one who goes down, because he is so important to the team. That Wave the Dragon is going to be a make it or break it.
Look at this turtle. Look at this Lord, rather.
Yep.
There's the Luminous Lord.
He's up. Carl Teasy picks up an Immortality. Now the fight is broken down. Flap Teasy, Puissance after the ejector. We're taking it slow because I know that both teams don't want to pull the trigger here willy-nilly. This is going to matter. Whoever gets out of this, whether by a big margin or by a very small trade. Oh, hold up. He gets caught by the Imperial Justice. That's going to be the starting punch here from Bren Esports. And they burst down one. That's going to be Rebo taken out. They're not looking for anything else. A trade. Where do you find it? Few going to be flickering out. They've already split the pie here, and now Flap TC destroyed by maybe 2 for none so far, and Few is scared of Ruby DD. This is where Ruby DD wants you.
Few forced out of his base. He cannot join the defense. Ruby DD doesn't want to take him down here as much as possible. He just wants to not see him recall back to base.
Oh, that's going to be the immortality pop onto Carl Easy. Oh, not even the
That's
time
it?
execution or the Thorn Rose will save you, ladies and gentlemen. Lusty is the last to go, and that's going to be Burmese Ghouls taking game number 4.
Oh my goodness.